would like to invite everyone to stand as we welcome our principals to the opening ceremony.
Please be seated.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Illinois Mathematics and Science Academy. My name is Claudia Xu, and this is Sonia Gupta, and we serve as the co-presidents for ISSF 2018. At IMSA, we have a tradition of bringing in the start of a new school year, and this morning, at precisely 9:13 Central Standard Time, we would like to officially bring you in to the start of the 2018 International Student Science Fair.
Today, we are making history. Today not only marks the start of the 14th International Student Science Fair, but also the first ever ISSF held in the United States. It is our distinguished honor and pleasure to declare the 14th International Student Science Fair officially open.
Before we begin, it is important to acknowledge that ISSF is the culmination of the hard work and dedication by the wonderful IMSA community, who are firm believers in student potential to make a difference. We are grateful to the IMSA faculty and staff who have poured their heart and soul into creating this ISSF experience. We also would like to thank all of the educators here today who have inspired class after class of students in their academic and life pursuits.
We dedicate ISSF 2018 to you, to all the students and school leaders who have flown here from nations all around the world. You are here to share your groundbreaking ideas, present your cutting-edge research, and work together to tackle some of the world's biggest challenges. This week, ISSF attendees will be exploring 3 of the 17 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals.
Finally, we would not be able to do any of this without our ISSF partners and sponsors. Thank you for believing in the students, educators, and our mission to significantly influence life on our planet through collaboration and cooperation. It is now more important than ever to keep our doors open and bridge our communities together.
Today, we are all gathered together for ISSF. But when we really truly think about it, the real reason we are here is because we love science and technology. We want to share our ideas and projects with others. Science is built upon sharing, and the scientific community is able to solve our major global challenges through collaboration. ISSF embraces this by bringing together some of the most amazing student researchers from across the world to share their ideas and experiences with others.
ISSF is one of the only international platforms for high school students to collaborate and discuss our ideas. This is incredibly important, not just now as we learn to work with people from across the world, but also in the future, as we all will undoubtedly go on to continue solving worldwide problems. We are here to share our passions, we're here to inspire others, and we're here to practice collaboration on a global scale.
As the host academy for ISSF 2018, the Illinois Mathematics and Science Academy, also known as IMSA, is built upon the same idea of collaboration between the disciplines to have a positive influence on the world. IMSA's mission statement is to ignite and nurture creative, ethical, scientific minds that advance the human condition. With this greater understanding of the world, and by being in an environment that allows people from different walks of life to work together to solve major worldwide challenges, students are able to come up with amazing ideas. This collaboration has led our alumni to pursue many groundbreaking research projects, create innovative entrepreneurial endeavors, and produce original solutions to the global challenges. IMSA is overjoyed to open its doors and share its unique collaborative environment with everyone. We would now like to offer you a little insight into the day of the life of an IMSA student.
How am I going to advance the human condition today?
And this is only one day in the life of an IMSA student.
At IMSA, they will be challenged, and so students who have been successfully coasting through their classrooms will find that they have to work hard to achieve what they want to hear.
I think one of the most important days of my life was the day I showed up at IMSA and realized I wasn't the smartest kid in school anymore. The group of people I met at IMSA is probably the most talented group of people I've met anywhere in my life, and that includes going to a great college, a great business school, and having, great relationships in the entrepreneurial space.
IMSA has challenged me and it has helped me grow as a person and as a student. So if you're someone that is looking to not only get good grades, but to learn and to challenge yourself, then IMSA can be a place that offers that.
The student who would thrive at IMSA follows what we call the growth mindset. These are students who are not afraid of not performing well. They're enticed by challenges, they're willing to put in their best effort, and they're willing to step outside of their comfort zone.
Coming to IMSA has been the best decision I've ever made. If I would have stayed in my old school, I would not have been presented with all these options, both academically and residentially.
The students that I've met at IMSA are engaged, they're motivated, and they also provide a sense of discovery and a sense of curiosity that I really love.
I think that this is a great experience, and it's one that's going to promote the best in them, and the education that they're going to receive here is second to none.
My vision for the Illinois Mathematics and Science Academy is that it will be recognized as a global institution that promotes equity and excellence in STEM teaching and learning.
Man, what a great learning laboratory.
For the past 14 years, the International Student Science Fair has convened talented students and their amazing teachers and principals from all over the world in locations from South Korea to Singapore to share their scientific knowledge and develop lifelong friendships. This year, we are thrilled to have 90 students and 60 adult leaders representing 18 countries in the United States of America. 5 out of 7 continents are reflected today in this room. The theme for this year, as you heard, is to significantly influence life on our planet through cooperation and collaboration. The phrase, to significantly influence life on our planet, has its origin in IMSA's philosophy as coined by our founder, Leon Lederman, Nobel Prize physicist, who said, "If we do what we know and feel is right, it is bound to happen that among our graduates, there will be number scientists, engineers, and those who go on to earn degrees in laws and letters. There are likely to be those few who create new intellectual worlds, cure a dreaded human element, or in some other way, significantly influence life on our planet. Our philosophy will be to treat our charges as if each one is capable of this extraordinary achievement. I'm going to pause there for a minute and have you look to your right, look to your left, and if you're among students, you might find that one of them one day will become a scientist, an engineer, a doctor, a lawyer. A few of you might actually be sitting near someone who one day might cure cancer or some other dreaded disease, create a new abstract world exponentially, improve life on Earth, solve the problem of hunger, lack of water, or affordable energy. Letterman ends by saying, our philosophy will be to treat our charges as if each one is capable of this extraordinary achievement. Only one such product will make the effort and expense of this school for its entire duration worthwhile. During this week, let's treat each other as if each one of us, each one of you, is capable of this extraordinary achievement. Agreed? Agreed. Great. Good morning again, and welcome to the 14th Annual International Student Science Fair 2018 at the Illinois Mathematics and Science Academy in Aurora, Illinois. This is the first time that the ISSF, in its 14-year history, is being held in the United States of America. And IMSA is proud to be your host. As our IMSA host students are saying, quote, we are looking forward to the adventures we'll have and the memories we'll make. We're beyond excited to meet you, unquote. We look forward to showing you the beautiful cities of Aurora and Chicago and their surrounding neighborhoods. And we're beyond excited to celebrate the bicentennial of Illinois with you. ISSF 2018 at IMSA is an official event of the Illinois Bicentennial Commission. During ISSF 2018, we want to offer you opportunities to share your scientific knowledge with us and with each other. And we want you to experience some American hobbies and pastimes, such as going to a baseball game. Anybody excited about that? Eating hamburgers at a barbecue, seeing a movie outdoor. Are you excited? Yeah. Are you excited? Okay. So our students and IMSA staff, as our students mentioned, under the able leadership of Mary Collins, project manager for ISSF 2018, have worked really hard to prepare for your stay with us. Mary, steering committee, and everyone who worked in preparation or is working in support of IMSA, of ISSF, please stand. We really appreciate your hard work. We thank you. This week, as was mentioned earlier, we'll address 3 of the world's grandest challenges that surpass national boundaries and that cannot be solved by any one country acting alone. We will encourage and foster cooperation and collaboration among all of you, participating students and educators, while addressing the global goals of zero hunger, clean and affordable water, and affordable and clean energy. These are 3 out of 17 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And IMSA has adopted the 17 goals to not only teach them, but to prepare our students for the present and for the future. Ultimately, IMSA wants to meet or contribute to the attainment of these goals. The 3 goals of zero hunger, clean water and sanitation, and affordable and clean energy are designed to meet the following 3 challenges. Number 1, according to the United Nations, 795 million people in the world, 1 in 9 people, are undernourished and not healthy enough to lead an active life. Hunger and malnutrition are the number 1 risk factor to health worldwide. Number 2, fresh water sustains human life and is vital for human health. However, due to reduced economics and poor infrastructure, 40% of the global population is affected by water scarcity. 783 million people, 1 in 9 people, don't have access to clean water. 1 in 3 lack access to a toilet. Finally, number 3, 1 in 5 people globally lacks electricity to light their homes or conduct business. Affordable and clean energy is central to nearly every major challenge and opportunity the world faces today. Jobs, security, climate change, and food production. So let us join together through cooperation and collaboration to significantly influence life on our planet by working together to meet the Sustainable Development Goals of zero hunger, clean water, and affordable and clean energy. Are you with me? That's the work we're to do this week. So I tell our students that they gotta take risks, so this is part of my risk taking in a minute. This morning, 4 of our IMSA students will join me to welcome you to ISSF 2018 by playing and singing for you an original song in the tradition of the Chicago Blues. They call it the IMSA Blues. And you heard a little bit of their music earlier today. As they come up to the stage, let me give you a crash course on the Chicago Blues and the Delta Blues, and why I believe that the blues is an apt metaphor for the work that we want to accomplish here at ISSF 2018. What does blues mean? It describes feelings of depression, gloom, and low spirits. The blues are grounded in a heavy heart and mournfulness. The Chicago Blues is a musical expression with a strong electric guitar sound, rooted in the Delta Blues that came from the experience of slavery and the African American experience. The blues, as many musical genres do, and artistic expressions do, provides a way of expressing experiences. This is what I went through, or this is what I'm going through. The blues provides guidance on what to do when times are tough. The blues turn sadness into sweetness. The blues reflects where you are coming from and what you can look forward to in your future. When 1 in 9 people go hungry or thirsty every day and every night, and when 1 in 5 don't have access to electricity, what can they do? What should they do? Well, they can sing the blues. B.B. King, one of the founders of the Chicago Blues, said, "What is the blues? Life. Life as we live it today, life as we've lived it in the past, and life as I believe we will live it in the future." It's been a long, long day. Hungry blues. It's been a long, long day. I'm blues. So with no electricity, I'm going for a long without sugar. Yes, I have to. Of catastrophe, lyrically expressed. Ralph Ellison said, "The blues is an impulse to keep the painful details and episodes of a brutal experience alive in one's consciousness, to finger its jagged grain, and to transcend it, not by the consolation of philosophy, but by squeezing from it a near tragic, near comic lyricism." As a form, the blues is an autobiographical chronicle of personal catastrophe expressed lyrically. Unquote. You see, friends, the blues doesn't allow catastrophe to have the last word. The blues doesn't allow despair to have the last word. The blues doesn't allow dejection to have the last word. And as in jazz, improvisation is part of the blues. For improvisation to be even possible, one must know the structure of music. One needs to know the rules to deviate from them. One needs to know the rules to break them. To break out, to innovate, or to invent a new theory or a new solution to a problem, You have to know the rules you are breaking, the limits of the theory you are replacing, the failed solutions from the past you are innovating. If you're still asking yourself, what did the blues have to do with ISSF 2018? I reply to you, everything. In the face of world hunger, lack of clean water and sanitation, and lack of affordable and clean energy, we cannot give in to despair or dejection. Through cooperation and collaboration, through inquiry and innovation, through improvisation, we have hope. We have hope, and we commit ourselves to solving these intractable problems. Thus, the blues serves as a metaphor for what we are doing here at IMSA over the next 5 days during ISSF 2018. And now we have the opportunity to listen to the IMSA blues, and on the screen, you'll see Faces of IMSA, an exhibit that you can learn more about in your guidebook, on your device, and in the library. In the blues tradition, our IMSA students sing the IMSA blues, a song about bad news and bright hope. They sing, I have a whole big set of problems and $1 million future hanging out the door. Please join me in welcoming TJ Patak, Renzo Ledesma, Ian Fowler, and Brandon Young Eleazar as they play and sing in the tradition of the Chicago Blues, an original composition called the IMSA Blues. Amazing, right? Future scientists, engineers, and artists. And we need all kinds, and we need the creativity that comes from the humanities and the arts to pursue this work. So now we have I have the honor to introduce our next speaker. Our next speaker was born in Hialeah, a neighborhood outside of Miami, Florida, to a mom who was a Cuban refugee and a dad who was an Ecuadorian immigrant. Growing up, she developed a love for art and became an accomplished pianist studying in the New World School of the Arts in Miami. Her love of learning motivated her to pursue a college education at Florida Institute International University and at the John Marshall Law School. Eventually, our speaker joined the Illinois Attorney General's office as an Assistant Attorney General. Our speaker is not a stranger to hardship. She recalls moving frequently as a child because her parents were unable to afford rent. In 2010, she suffered an accident while walking. Subsequently, medical examinations revealed that she has multiple sclerosis. Having MS has never stopped our speaker from pursuing and accomplishing her dreams. She has run for and won multiple elections, is an attorney by trade, a former adjunct professor of law, is a wife, and a working mother of 3. From humble beginnings in Hialeah, Florida, to becoming Illinois' first Latina lieutenant governor. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome to the stage Illinois' 47th Lieutenant Governor, Evelyn Sanguinetti.
Gracias, Presidente Torres. Thank you, President Torres. It is such an honor to be here today with all of you, and finding out that this is the first time these United States is able to host this event, and the fact that we're now in Illinois. Out of all the places that could have possibly hosted you folks got our crown jewel here in Aurora. And let me tell you, President Torres and the sort of fine work that these individuals do in this program leads the nation in the area of STEM fields. People look at what IMSA is doing and our students, and I'm just so proud to see what everyone is doing here. And you know what? I'm so proud that you've also incorporated the arts, because I do believe it should be STEAM. Well, it's only because I got a piano performance degree myself. Now, I'm not going to sing the blues for you guys today because it will depress you. But I will tell you this, it's just so fitting that right now we're experiencing and celebrating throughout the course of this year our 200th anniversary in the great state of Illinois. And we showcase things that are born here and are made here and are grown here. And you folks will be able to experience that with us and alongside us. Now, I want you folks to take a look at all your classmates and enjoy them. Here is where you get to make lifelong contacts with students of other walks of life, other languages, other ethnicities, and I encourage you to please learn from them and make these lifelong contacts and stay in touch. Now here in Illinois, as it is the case in all the states in our country, STEM fields are big. They present the jobs of opportunity, the jobs of the future, and the jobs that will make you youngsters the most money. So, I encourage my kids every day to focus on these STEM fields because they are the jobs of the future. Enjoy your time here, collaborate, and enjoy. There's no question that education is the greatest equalizer there is. Education saved my life. I was a struggling student that failed the first grade because I didn't even know how to speak English when I started school. I had to learn Spanish first because my parents were refugees and immigrants. But it was an educational opportunity in the way of a school of the arts that saved my life. And so, with that, I encourage all of you to really take in what this means, to really take in this institution, which is one of our crown jewels in the country and in the state of Illinois, and enjoy. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor Sanguinetti, for your inspiring remarks and for joining us today.
We would now like to introduce the schools attending the 14th Annual International Student Science Fair.
We ask that when your country is called, your entire delegation stand and be recognized.
From Australia, Australian Science and Mathematics School, led by Principal Mrs. Jane Heath.
From Australia, John Monash Science School, led by Principal Mr. Peter Corkill.
From Australia, Queensland Academy for Science, Mathematics and Technology, led by Principal Mrs. Kath Carews.
From Canada, Fort Richmond Collegiate, led by STEM Program Director Mr. Bob Adamson.
From China, Beihang Experimental School, led by Principal Mr. Du Wei.
From China, Macau Kiang Peng School, Secondary Section, led by Assistant Principal Ms. Carla.
From France, Lycée Charlie Chaplin, led by Physics and Chemistry teacher, Head of Physics Department, Mr. Philippe Jean-Jacques.
From Indonesia, Budi Mulia Dua International High School, led by Principal Mrs. Tasniam Fawzia.
From Indonesia, Center for Young Scientists, led by Principal Mrs. Monica Raharthi.
From Japan, Ritsu Macon High School, led by Principal Dr. Miki Horigi.
From Japan, Tokyo Tech High School of Science and Technology, led by Principal Dr. Matoshi Saiki.
From Kenya, Brook House School, led by STEM Coordinator Mr. Abraham Raj.
From Mongolia, New Beginning International School of Mongolia, led by Principal Mr. Erdin Laksuren.
From Nigeria, Duragos Private Academy, led by Principal Mr. Abdizi Adegbulgbe.
From the Philippines, Philippine Science High School Main Campus, led by Special Science teacher Miss Rosemary B. Butarin.
From Puerto Rico, University High School, led by biology teacher Ms. Kayla Soto Hidalgo.
From the Republic of Korea, Korean Science Academy of KAIST, led by Principal Dr. Yoon Chung.
From the Russian Federation, Moscow Southeastern School named after Troikov VI, led by ISSN coordinator Dr. Zenaida Artsipova.
From the Russian Federation, St. Petersburg Lyceum Physical Technical High School, led by Vice Principal Mr. Konstantin Stolbov.
From Singapore, National Junior College, led by Head of Department Junior High School, Mr. Alan Goh.
From Singapore, School of Science and Technology, led by science teacher Mrs. Praveerna Sandra Mohan.
From Thailand, Chulalongkorn University Demonstration Secondary School, led by Principal Mrs. Pampram Chaitchapornsak.
From Thailand, Kamnoyat Vid Science Academy, led by Principal Emeriti Dr. Thongchai Chupacha.
From Thailand, Maidal Wetanyangsorn School, led by Principal Dr. Wawar Rulan Yangporn Yanko.
From the Netherlands, St. Adolphus Lyceum, led by Principal Mr. Frans Claessens.
From the United Kingdom, Caneborn Science and International Academy, led by Principal Mr. Ian Kenworthy.
From the United States, Lewiston Porter High School, led by Principal Mr. Jared Taft.
From the United States, Rockdale Magnet School for Science and Technology, led by research teacher Ms. Shelley Seagraves.
From the United States, Rocky Hill School, led by Science Department Chair Mrs. Pamela Mason.
From the United States, West Aurora High School, led by Principal Dr. Charles Hiscock.
And last but not least, from the United States, the Illinois Mathematics and Science Academy, led by Principal Dr. Robert Hernandez.
We are so pleased to be joined by 32 schools from 18 different countries. Let's give our attendees another big round of applause.
We would like to invite to the stage Dr. Aaron Roach, IMSA Board of Trustees Chairman and IMSA Charter Class alum.
It's my pleasure to stand before you, not just as the chair of the Board of Trustees for IMSA, but also as an alumnus of the IMSA Charter Class of 1989. I've been on this stage many times, and it's a great homecoming for me to be here today with you. I have the distinct privilege of recognizing the honored guests who have joined us today. As we recognize our distinguished guests, I would ask them to please stand and be recognized. State Representative Linda Chapalavia, State Senator Linda Holmes, State Representative Stephanie Kifowit, State Representative David Olson. I'd also like to ask to stand and be recognized Mr. Hao Chen, the Council of the Education Office, the People's Republic of China. Mr. Kenji Tanaka, Deputy Consul General of Japan. Mr. Falar Youssef, Consul for Information, the Social and Cultural Affairs of the Republic of Indonesia. And also I'd like to recognize Dr. Max McGee, past president of IMSA. This event would not be possible without the support of our sponsors. I want to recognize the sponsors who have been able to join us this morning. The IMSA Fund for the Advancement of Education, Board President Jacob Plummer, and Board of Directors Kevin Brookins and Michael Fountain.
From BP, Mr. Tom Wolf, Director of Communications and External Affairs, and Dr. Cynthia Manfredi, Medical Director for BP Chicagoland. Cynthia is one of our former fund board members. Thanks for coming. The Illinois Bicentennial, Mr. Stuart Lane, Executive Director, and Ms. Lisa Poet, Director, Events and Project Development. From Enbridge, Mr. Taylor Smith, Community Engagement Advisor. And from the City of Aurora, Mayor Richard Irvin, 4th Ward Alderman Bill Donnell, 5th Ward Alderman Carl Franco, and the 9th Ward Alderman Ed Bugg. And Mayor Irvin today is joined by members of his staff, including Deputy Mayor Chuck Nelson, Chief Management Officer Alex Alexandru, Assistant Chief of Staff Alex Voigt, Chief Innovation Officer Dr. Adrian Holloway, Director of Communications Clayton Muhammad, Project Manager Innovation Department Deanna Cross, Mayor's Office Coordinator Maria Lindsay. Thank you for being here today. And at this time, I'd like to invite the Mayor of the City of Aurora, Mayor Richard Irvin, to the stage to provide his welcome.
Good morning. One more time, good morning. Let me feel it. Well, welcome once again to the 2018 ISSF opening ceremony in the City of Aurora. I am Richard C. Irvin, Mayor of this great city, and I have the privilege of being Mayor of the second largest city in the state of Illinois. And I also have the privilege of running this government with 12 aldermen, 4 of them that are here today. Could you one more time stand up for me? Edward Bugg, Alderman of the 9th Ward. Bill Donnell, Alderman of the 4th Ward. And Carl Franco, Alderman of the 5th Ward. We are known as the City of Lights. We are one of the most diverse cities in the nation. As a matter of fact, talking about blues, we are the home of Bluebird Records, the world-famous blues recording studio at Leland Towers in downtown Aurora. We are home of some of the brightest minds and best institutions, including Illinois Math and Science Academy, which ranks as one of the top schools in the nation. And for the next 5 days, we are so proud to be the home of the 2018 International Student Science Fair, which is being held in the United States for the first time ever. After countless hours of planning and even more hours of traveling across the globe, you are finally here. On behalf of the over 200,000 residents of our fine city, welcome to Aurora. I want to congratulate and thank IMSA President Dr. Jose Torres and his team for a successful history-making bid to host this year's conference. I know it was no easy feat, but you made it look effortless and seamless. I want to thank every principal, teacher, parent, guardian, and chaperone. This could not be possible without you. Thanks to the sponsors who supported this unprecedented initiative, and a very special thanks to all of those students who are present and ready to continue making an impact in this world together. Let me give a special recognition and thank you to the 2018 Student Committee for being fearless young leaders for change. Please stand. Sonia, Ileana, Harsha, Eva, Allie, keep the applause going, Claudia, Daniel, Shruti, Katie, and Mickey. Let's give them a huge round of applause. Show them some support. So now the real fun begins as you kick off 5 days of nonstop engagement, exchange, and excellence. As you, brilliant, young, emerging global leaders of STEM, come together, something magical is bound to happen. while you focus on the 3 global challenges of clean water, zero hunger, and affordable and clean energy that transcend national boundaries, you will undoubtedly also transcend personal boundaries. Today, you begin the journey as strangers from different continents, countries, and cities. But you will conclude 5 days as colleagues, comrades, collaborators, without questions, connected friends. Through your cooperation and collaboration in the present, you will significantly influence our world in the future. The power of like-minded young leaders coming together for a common cause, it's immeasurable. Aurora will benefit, America will benefit, your respective countries will benefit, the entire world will benefit from your actions. Let's give them another round of applause. You know, we got a motto here in Aurora. There's something happening here. There's something special happening here. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Today you become the new lights in the city of lights. Individually, you shine bright. Collectively, your shine is blinding. So let's harness this energy and illuminate the path for others to follow, for generations to come. Show off your inquiry skills. Hone your research techniques. Immerse yourself in STEM. Engage each other in a way to better yourselves. And don't forget to have a little fun. Meet new people and build some bonds. And if you like, we have 2 amazing malls in Aurora, the Chicago Premium Outlet Mall and Indoor Fox Valley Mall. If you need directions, I can give them to you. Now, I may not be able to sing the blues, but I can give some dang good directions. Look at the people around you. Go ahead, look at them. Who knows where the connections made here will end up down the road? At some point, the leaders of a global scientific findings, new innovations and new inventions, and world-changing tech companies come together with a vision. They made that vision reality, and so can you. You are here at the Illinois Math and Science Academy, or we're co-founders of such tech giants as Google, Yelp, PayPal, and innovators in every field of human endeavor once studied right here. These are hallowed grounds for groundbreaking global leadership, and you make it even more tangible with your presence. As a young boy raised right here in Aurora with a single mom in public housing, I dared to dream, and I believed in those dreams. And with the support of people who believed in me, I have the honor of standing before you today as this city's mayor. I am living proof that dreams can turn to vision, and vision can turn into reality. Imagine, just imagine what you can do. Keep on working hard, keep on believing in yourself. Let me close with the example of a young man who had an insurmountable belief in himself, even at a young age. This young elementary school boy named Isaac was drawing a picture in class one afternoon. His teacher approached him and said, "Isaac, what are you drawing?" He said, "Teacher, I'm drawing a picture of God." The teacher, not wanting to miss a step and miss a deep opportunity, played devil's advocate and said, "But Isaac, no one really knows what God looks like." Isaac looked up at her with bright eyes, much like the brightness I see in your eyes today, and said with the utmost confidence, "They will in just a minute." For these next 5 days, you will paint the picture of what others can't even imagine. You will show us what can happen when young leaders unite for change to make the impossible become possible. Now, I want you guys to have a great 2018 International Student Science Fair. And once again, welcome to the City of Lights. Welcome to the City of Aurora. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Irvin, for your warm welcome to the City of Aurora. We know the students and educators will enjoy a time in your city. We're also pleased to share video messages with you from Congressman Randy Hultgren.
Hello and welcome to the International Student Science Fair, hosted in the United States for the very first time by the Illinois Math and Science Academy. I'm Congressman Randy Hultgren and I'm co-chair of the STEM Education Caucus in Congress. This is a great honor for IMSA to host all of you from 35 STEM schools in 20 countries around the globe. The theme of this year's fair couldn't be timelier on how to significantly influence life on our planet through cooperation and collaboration. IMSA's own focus on cooperation and collaboration began with an idea from Fermilab director Leon Letterman and leadership from its first president, Dr. Stephanie Pace Marshall. Its own mission is to ignite and nurture creative, ethical, scientific minds that advance the human condition. IMSA knows that careers in STEM are not just about learning math and science as isolated individuals. It's about how mastering these subjects as a team can solve problems and improve lives, as I've seen in the high school students that are part of my own STEM Scholars program. As we meet each month to visit STEM-focused businesses and educational institutions throughout Illinois' 14th Congressional District, asking questions and conducting experiments together is essential to the learning process. And IMSA has consistently pushed students to work together in a community, propelling their graduates to Silicon Valley and beyond. This year's science fair is in good hands. I congratulate IMSA on this historic achievement and wish you all a warm welcome.
Congressman Bill Foster.
Hello, everyone. For those of you who might not know me, I'm Congressman Bill Foster. I'm a scientist and a businessman, and I'm proud to represent the 11th Congressional District of Illinois in the United States House of Representatives. And I'd like to congratulate the Illinois Mathematics and Science Academy on hosting the 14th Annual International Student Science Fair, the first time that it's been held in the United States. I'd also like to congratulate IMSA on helping to educate my daughter Christine, who graduated from IMSA not so long ago, and this event provides students from around the world with opportunities to collaborate and to exchange ideas with like-minded and inquisitive minds. It is great when young people get interested in STEM and in events like this, which serve as a launching point into what may become a lifetime of learning and achievement. One of the best ways to get young people interested and involved in STEM fields is by giving students the opportunity to explore STEM in a hands-on way. You know, before I was serving in the U.S. Congress, I worked for more than 20 years as a physicist at Fermi National Accelerator Laboratory. So I have a unique appreciation of the importance of STEM education. But long before I was a physicist, or even thinking about a career in public service, I was just a curious kid, just like many of you students are participating in this science fair. So again, thanks to everyone who's worked so hard to make this year's International Student Science Fair a success.
I'd also like to give thanks for the well wishes we've received from distinguished leaders from across the state and country, including U.S. Senator Dick Durbin, U.S. Senator Tammy Duckworth, Illinois State Representative Linda Chapalavia, and Illinois Senator Linda Holmes. As you can see, there's a lot of excitement, not just here in the state of Illinois, but also in the country, about the International Student Science Fair being hosted here at the Illinois Mathematics and Science Academy. We are excited to provide this opportunity for all of you to learn from one another, present your research, and engage in collaboration focused on addressing the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Roche, for your introductory remarks. Next, we are pleased to welcome our fellow student, Matthew Selvaraj, who will be performing a musical piece.
Thank you, Matthew, for the beautiful piece. As you see in your program, Dr. Will Burns was planning to join us. Unfortunately, he experienced some travel delays, which I'm sure many of you can relate to, and he will not be able to join us today.
So as Dr. Torres shared earlier, this year's ISSF focuses on 3 of the UN Sustainable Development Goals, and the challenges designed around these goals are really the gems of our ISSF. The purpose of these challenges is not for you to come up with riveting, original solutions to these problems in a single week, but to get the work started. Through these design sprints and workshops, we hope that you will be inspired to continue working together in the future. We hope that you will continue developing your ideas that you come up with now, and that you will bring awareness of these Sustainable Development Goals back to your communities and ultimately to the world.
In this ISSF, we will begin to develop amazing solutions to some of the world's most pressing problems and share our research and ideas with others. This year will be like no other. Our plans include field trips to STEM facilities, including major national laboratories, world-renowned museums in the city of Chicago, immersive experiences designed by IMSA faculty and staff, and of course, like Dr. Torres said, no American experience would be complete without a traditional baseball game.
Finally, you will find friends here who will go on adventures with you and who will teach you more about the world around you than any textbook or Wikipedia page ever will. The people sitting in the very chairs around you is the best of what ISSF has to offer, so please take advantage of this opportunity and share. Share your science, share your culture, and most of all, share you. Because in celebrating our differences, we find what really unites us, not only as people of a nation, but as individuals of the world.
This week, we will start to ideate potential solutions for the UN Sustainable Development Goals that will help make our world a better place. Through cooperation and collaboration, we can make our dreams a reality because we are the future and we are designing our own future. Together, we have the potential to make a better future for our world. This year, our student motto is Discover, Create, Inspire. With this motto, we will influence life on our planet as we go into ISSF with the hunger to learn more and the desire to change the world. Can you all repeat after me? Discover. Create. Inspire. So, who's ready to take part in this year's ISSF? Come on, I know we can be a little bit more excited than that. And now, here's a sneak peek of this year's ISSF.
The Illinois Mathematics and Science Academy and the city of Aurora, Illinois is honored to host the 14th Annual International Student Science Fair, ISSF. This is the first time it will be hosted in the United States. This week, you, the students and educators from across the world, will be participating in multiple experiences. From workshops and labs, to real-world experiments, and presenting their own science projects and research. You will also visit downtown Chicago and the many museums and sites of one of America's largest cities. You will also spend an evening watching America's favorite pastime, baseball. They will close out the week enjoying an evening of entertainment at one of the best science and industry museums in the world. Are you ready to advance the human condition?